KidNuz fans, tired of advertisements? We get it, but we also have to keep the lights on. There's a way around them, though. Parents can join Starglow Plus on Apple Podcasts or at starglowmedia.com/subscribe to ditch the commercials and unlock access to future bonus episodes and other exclusive content from the Starglow Media Network. That's Starglow Plus on Apple Podcasts or at starglowmedia.com/subscribe. Now, on to the news. Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Kim. Today is Thursday, April 4th, 2024, the fourth day of our special edition episodes. Today is all about sports, and we begin with a Little League coach hoping for a major league comeback. 16 years after retiring from the minors, 42-year-old former A's prospect Rob Semerano is throwing 101-mile-an-hour fastballs and attending tryouts with major league teams, including the Rangers and Yankees. According to the Mercury News, Semerano's baseball career was cut short due to elbow injuries, which resulted in 2 Tommy John surgeries, but his dreams never died. After having children, he went on to open a baseball skills development company and installed a regulation-sized pitching mound in his New Jersey backyard, where he and his kids train to this day. Should he land a spot in the big leagues, his former teammates say he'll be an asset on and off the field. Former A's players remember his joking from the bullpen with young fans in the stands and say his impersonations of other ball players like Babe Ruth were hilarious. College basketball has a new GOAT, and her name is Caitlin Clark. On Senior Day in early March, in front of a jubilant home crowd of Hawkeyes, the Iowa shooting sensation bulldozed her way past LSU's Pete Maravich to take the top spot for most career points, man or woman. Caitlin needed 18 points to break the record, got 35, and now heads into the postseason with 3,685. The King, LeBron James, was quick to react, posting on X, "Congrats, Caitlin Clark, 22, on becoming the all-time leading scorer." Later in the season, she went on to break Steph Curry's record for most three-pointers in a D1 season, when he played for Davidson back in 2007. 26.2 miles in under 2 hours? It's getting closer. In October, a runner from Kenya smashed the official world record by finishing the Chicago Marathon in 2 hours, 0 minutes, and 35 seconds. In 2019, another Kenyan went the distance even faster. But because he had pacers along the route and coaches who delivered water, his time was not eligible for world record status. One status not up for debate, that of Simone Biles. At Worlds last fall, she added to her medal haul with 2 more individual golds, one in floor, the other in beam, and a silver in vault. Those 3 were icing on the cake because she had already won gold in the all-around, making her the most decorated gymnast, man or woman, of all time. More important than the medals, her mental health. "As long as I'm out there twisting again, having and finding the joy for gymnastics again," Simone said, "who cares about the podium?" It was destiny in the desert for the Chiefs. In February, Patrick Mahomes led his team to a comeback victory over the 49ers in overtime to win back-to-back Super Bowls. It's the first time a team has repeated as champs since the Patriots and Tom Brady 20 years ago. It's also Kansas City's 3rd title in 5 years and has football analysts tossing around the word dynasty to describe the team. The future of U.S. tennis is Coco Gauff. In September, the 19-year-old became the first American teen since Serena Williams in 1999 to win the U.S. Open. She did so humbly but also confidently, telling reporters that she's ready for all the fame and mania that come next. Coco made sure to thank her family for their support, but also called them out in a very teen kind of way. Of her dad, she said, "It was the first time I've ever seen him cry. He doesn't want me to tell you all that, but he got caught in 4K. Then she chastised her younger brother, who, according to Time magazine, didn't pick up her FaceTime call even though she just won the title. On the men's side, more history. Novak Djokovic took down Daniil Medvedev, making him at 36 the oldest male U.S. Open champion. It's also his 24th career Grand Slam, which ties him with Margaret Court's all-time record. Still ahead, the most heartwarming storyline of the football season. But first, today's KidNuz quiz. Who is the best player in women's college basketball today? Caitlin Clark of the Iowa Hawkeyes, who won this year's Super Bowl. The Kansas City Chiefs. U.S. champion Coco Gauff called out her younger brother for what? Not picking up her FaceTime call after she won the title. How fast is the 42-year-old Little League coach throwing while trying to make a Major League comeback? 101 miles an hour. In our KidNuz kicker, it was an NFL comeback like no other as Damar Hamlin returned to action last October for his first regular season game since suffering cardiac arrest. The Buffalo Bills player was the last out of the tunnel, running the length of the field with his arms out wide before dropping to a knee, clearly elated at the opportunity to play 9 months after his near-death collapse. And play he did. First as part of the return team on the opening kickoff, and continuing on special teams during the Bills' 48-20 win over the Miami Dolphins. According to ESPN, Damar said his grand entrance was everything to me, and was about showing himself he had the courage, strength, and pride to be able to go through something traumatic and to be able to come back from it. To be able to still do what I love at the highest level in the world is amazing. Before we go, shout-outs to our KidNuz classrooms. Mrs. Stouffer's Warriors at Warren Local Middle School in Vincent, Ohio. Mrs. Harriman's students at Odella Online School based in Independence, Ohio. And also from Ohio, Mrs. Holzman's Wildcats at Westside in Sun Prairie. Thanks for listening. Tune in for our last spring break special KidNuz episode tomorrow morning.